Yes, my friend, you are a Muslim?
Yes, am I speaking to Christian Prince?
Yes, I am a Christian Prince. How we know that you are a Muslim? Can you confirm to us that you are a Muslim?
La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah.
That's wonderful, my friend. So what do you think about what we are saying about all those history mistakes and errors in the Quran?
Well, to be honest, I don't necessarily like to, because you said as an example, the wife of Pharaoh was Asiya, and this is true. It is mentioned in our narration
Okay.
that this is the case, so I'm not going to lie about that. But the brother, I don't know who you're referring to, who said that Pharaoh has been discovered to be Ramses II. I don't agree with this notion.
Well, you can see the videos. People, they can remind all of them. Mimi Hijab, he said that. All of them, all those YouTubers.
Who's Mimi Hijab? Sorry,
Mimi
who's this?
Hijab, he is the guy who, you know him, the guy who take off his clothes in front of the Chinese embassy. You don't know him?
No.
Okay, well, he like to strip to prostate. But anyway, so as long you are a Muslim, you don't want to make any comment about those errors in the Quran?
Well, I only heard you talk about this part at the moment. I wanted to actually ask you something because I've seen a few of your videos.
Can you keep your mouth closed from the microphone, because for some reason I'm losing your voice.
Give me 1 second, sorry.
Right.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better. Go ahead.
Okay. Could you give me, let's say, either Quran, maybe let's stick with the Quran, and maybe you can use some authentic hadiths on why you think the prophet was either, a false prophet or a liar.
Okay, let us first discuss what the word prophet mean. What prophet mean?
I guess the better word to use is messenger of God, but prophet means someone who prophesies.
All right.
Something.
So is he a prophet or a messenger?
He's a messenger of God.
He's not a prophet.
You see, then you're going to ask me what prophecies has he made?
No. You see,
come true.
So you are denying now he is a prophet because you're afraid I'm going to ask you what prophecies he made. So
no, he's a prophet.
Okay, is he a prophet or not?
He is, yes.
Okay, tell me the prophecy he made.
Okay. You mean that's come to pass or are going to come to pass?
My friend, prophecy is a prophecy. When you try to prove to me, first of all, by the way, I welcome you. You sound like a nice guy. So you are welcome. Always, we welcome Muslims who they are really polite to join us, and we would treat you very nice, the same as you treat us. So you are welcome. My friend, help me. When you say a prophecy, that means he said something, and it's confirmed. So obviously, something came to pass.
Okay. Are you familiar with Surah Rum?
Okay, let's go to Surah Rum. What about it?
If I'm correct with my understanding, and I could be corrected here.
Yeah.
This verse was. No, sorry, I got a better example for you.
No, let's go for this one first. Let us finish it.
Okay, if my understanding is correct, and there are some hadiths that suggest this, I don't know them by memory, but it was revealed at the time of the Battle of the Trench, where the Muslims were surrounded by the Mushrikins. And there's a few hadiths as well along the lines, but while the Prophet, was, ditching, to make a trench, I'm sure you're familiar with the Battle of the Trench. He told them about the prophecy that, at that period, the Persians already conquered parts of Rome up to Egypt. But the prophet said that, the Romans will be victorious in this battle. And at that time, it was very difficult to believe this, just because of, and I am a historian here. It was quite difficult to believe just because of, Khosrow II domination of the Roman Empire.
Okay, let me answer about this. And you are the one who said you would like to see an accurate hadith, right?
Yes.
According to your hadith, this verse came after the Rome became victorious, not before. And this is the hadith in front of your eyes. Go ahead and read it.
I can see the Quran here.
Yeah, it's
The
going to
Romans
take
have
maybe
been...
a second for you to come there.
Okay, sure. Let me just make sure YouTube is live. Okay.
Is it coming now?
No, I still see the... Oh, okay, yes, I can see the hadith.
Okay.
Prophet, I can just see half of it, sorry. Okay, I think it's the delay. Just give it a few seconds. Okay, Abu Sa'id narrated on the on the day of Badr, the Romans had a victory over the Persians, so the believers were pleased with that. Then the following were revealed: the Romans had been defeated. Up to his saying, the believers were rejoiced. With the help of Allah, he said, so the believers were happy with the victory. Okay.
So the claim is gone, and as you see, this is Sahih Hadith. It's authentic.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Not only that, even if this hadith doesn't exist, the numbers will beat your prophet. Why? Because the word bada in Arabic, and I'm sure, I don't know, I think you speak Arabic. Bada means from 3 to 9, correct? If it's 10,
I don't speak Arabic, but yes, that's
okay.
right.
If it's 10, then your prophet is false. If you go and read, you will see that the date, you are the one who mentioned the date of the ball. So you will see that it took the Roman long after that to be victorious, because victory is only accomplished when the war is over, right? So as long as we are fighting, maybe you take a city from me today, tomorrow I might take it back. It's not a victory yet. So this is temporary victory. But you will notice that the Roman, they were not victorious, and this is always, you know, you can go on Google and you will find it took that at least 14 to 15 to 16 years until the Roman, they really were victorious over the Persian. Secondly, there's a mistake here in the verse you choose for me. If you look at me, you will see that the Roman, when they are victorious, who is the one will be happy?
The Muslims.
Why?
This is a good question. I don't know the Islamic. I don't know the position for it, but I would assume it's because, as you know, with history, after the Prophet died, they were able to quickly conquer both Roman and the Persian Empire.
You see, the believers will be happy because the Roman are victorious, not because the Roman will be, you know, victorious, not because later the Muslim will be victorious over the Roman. No,
but it weakened both empires, you see.
No, this is not about, you know, because if you go and read the tafsir, you will see, because supposedly the Christians are believers and the Muslims are believers. So the Arab, they were making fun of Muhammad, saying to them, look like your God is not helping. So Muhammad, he made a response saying, well, he is going to help, right? So here you see the stupidity. That secondly, like suddenly...
Can you show me this understanding?
Open the tafsir, here we go. We open chapter 30, verse number 4. Okay, give me a second.
There's a delay as well, so please.
No problem. Don't worry about it. This is, let me open the tafsir. Chapter 30, verse number 4. And there's a book, it's called Asbab al-Nuzul too. You can, you know, you can read it.
Okay, thank you.
Let us see, this is Jalalain. Okay, command before first victory. Okay, and the result God command, other word. Okay, let's see the book of Asbab al-Nuzul. Maybe will make it better, easier for us. There's no Asbab al-Nuzul here. Let's see Ibn Abbas. All right.
Okay, in a few years. Okay, in a few years, babe usually means between 3 and 9 years or 10 years. So two armies met again. 7 years after this formal encounter to defeat the Persians, to God belongs the command before and after that is before the defeat of the okay.
Well, you know, actually, here we go. The one is complaining, the one is making fun of this is the disbelievers. When the Roman will defeat the Persian, and also when he gave victory, who is the one who gave victory? Allah. Okay, so let us see. I'm trying to find where, like, exactly the translation. You know, most of the time is not really a decent translation. Let's see Ibn Kathir. Here we go. Let's go to Ibn Kathir. Maybe Ibn Kathir will make it better. Even though Ibn Kathir in Arabic have nothing to do with Ibn Kathir in English, but you know, I don't speak Arabic, so we have to use it. So this is Ibn Kathir in Arabic. Okay.
So while you find that, but what you're trying to say is that the reason why the Muslims were happy is because the Romans were Christians and they are fellow believers, right?
Because the pagans supposedly making fun of the Christian, they lost the Persian, they destroyed them, you know, they killed them, they took Jerusalem, you know. Okay, and Allah will help, you know, Allah will help who He will. So Allah, He helped the Roman. Okay, and for what reason? Let us see. On the day they were the revealed Persian were prevailing over the Roman, the Muslim wanted the Roman prevail over the Muslims.
So which book is this?
Read carefully. This is Mikathir. The Muslim wanted the Roman to prevail over them because they were people of the book.
So give it a second. I think it's still loading. Okay, there it is. The decision of the matter before helps. On the day they were revealed, the Persians were prevailing over the Romans. The Muslim wanted the Romans to prevail over the Persians because they were both people. Followed a book. Concerning this, Allah said.
And then he says, and the Quraysh, on the other hand, wanted the Persian to prevail because neither of them were people who follow the book, correct?
Yeah, that's right. There's a reaction.
Okay, let us here see how silly is that. As long we are people of the book, and Allah will give us victory because we are people of the book. How we are the same people who we attack a few years after, but we are the same people who worship Jesus. How the Muslim will be happy to see the people of the book victorious over the Persian if all of us we are going to go to hell anyway? Does it make a difference anyway? So here you see Muhammad, how he flip apart. Muhammad, when he tried to make himself look like a Jew, and the Jew, they rejected him. So Muhammad, he decided to kill all the Jews and the Christians. Muhammad is like Obama. When he go to Egypt, he's a Muslim. He sit with the Christian church, he is a Christian, he hold the Bible. He sit with the atheist, he make fun of the Bible. He sit with the homosexual, he is a gay. That is Muhammad. He changed his skin, depending on the location. And now we need to ask you, as long this is the, you know, we are here. When the Quran says we are people of the book, do we have a book?
As in Christians, yes, you guys have a book.
What is our book?
The Bible, the Gospels.
What the Quran says about it, what it says, what is the name?
The name of the Injil.
Injil. But isn't Injil is a Greek word?
Injil is a... Yes, it's a Greek word, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So Jesus, according to Muslims, or Isa, he was sent to the Jews, correct?
Oh no, I don't think so.
What do you mean no? So you Muslim, you say the only messenger who sent for all mankind, it was the Prophet Muhammad.
I know Muslims say this. I'm not going to deny this. I don't think there's a Quranic reference that explicitly states
let us go
this.
to the Quran then. You see, I know your Quran better than your Prophet himself. So
okay, let's see it.
All right.
You're gonna show me وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ?
No, this is not have nothing to do with our topic, you know.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. In chapter 2, verse number 87, Allah, he sent Moses, and after Moses, he sent Isa. He sent it to who? To the Jews.
No. Okay. Right. So there is, if you go to Surah Saf, for example, you will see verses where Prophet Isa is speaking to the Jews.
Hmm.
But if I'm correct, there is a verse in Surah Yasin that talks about some messengers being sent, disciples of Isa.
But this is a contradiction. This is not a proof. This is a contradiction. This is what I'm trying to show you. Actually, thank you for helping me. So Allah, he sent a book. It's called Injil, which is a Greek language, to a person. His name is Isa, and he was sent to the Jews. So I am sent to the Jews, but my book is written in Greek. It's like saying I am sent to the Arab, and my book is in German. This is another mistake.
No, but you have to remember the context of it, right?
What is the context?
So, the context is when Jesus was there, at his time, there were Jews, of course, but there were also Romans, right? They were occupiers.
No problem. But the Quran confirms. No, the Quran confirms that Allah will never send a messenger except by the tongue of his people, and the tongue of the Jews is the Hebrew. It's not, actually they fight the Aramaic, the Hebrew, they fight, etc. But they've been forced to use it. Even it's written in their all the scriptures, because they've been forced to. But the Quran confirms, and this is your problem, not my problem, that we never send a messenger. This is chapter 14, verse number 4. We never send a messenger save with his language to his folk. Why?
Okay,
in order to make it clear for them. Okay, so what is the folk of Jesus? Who is the folk of Jesus?
Sorry, can I just say something though?
Go ahead.
Right. We know that the Romans occupied Jerusalem, right? And there were a lot of Roman soldiers there. Are you saying that God would abandon the Romans because they couldn't speak the language, or God would?
I am saying what your God's saying. I'm not saying what my God's saying. I'm showing you what your Quran is saying. The Quran is saying
we were never sent to save with the language of his folk, that he might make claim for them. Can we see the interpretation, please, for this?
Sure, here we go. Which you want? Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain? Which one you want?
Let's go with Ibn Kathir, please.
All right. So chapter 14, verse number 4. And this is verse number 4. And here it says, we sent not a messenger except to the language. Okay, here it says, Allah kind and compassionate.
Sorry, it's just loading. Give it a second.
All right, I will give you time so you can read it yourself for us.
No problem.
Tell me if the whole text is showing or not. So because I'm from my side, it's showing fine.
Yeah, can you just zoom out a bit, please?
All right. Let's see now.
A bit more. Okay. If you could just move it a bit more to the right, then that'd be perfect.
Okay.
Okay, every prophet was sent with the language of his people, guidance, misguidance. Okay. Allah is kind and compassionate with his creation, sending messengers to them from among them and speaking their language. So they are able to understand the message that the messengers were sent with, Allah said, and then the verse itself. Okay. Sending them from among them. Okay, so that means that he's going to be from them, which Jesus, and speaking their language. Okay, was Jesus a Jew? His mother was.
Yeah, and now let us confirm more stuff. If we go in the Quran, we will find this.
Yeah.
The Quran saying the following verse. Chapter 3, verse number 49. Isa speaking to the Jews, saying to them, I came to you from your Lord. To the Jews specifically. To the Israelis specifically.
Yeah, you're right. The verse does say that.
Okay, so I was sent to the Jews, I was sent to the Israelis speak Hebrew, and then Allah, he decided to choose the Greek version of the Bible, which is obviously, this is the word is known at that time for the Greek one, and Muhammad, you do not have any idea what he is using. He just used a word which he do not know what it's mean. And he claimed that he never sent the messenger except to speak the tongue of his people, and he have to be from the people. So in order for Jesus to have a Greek book, according to the Quran, then Jesus have to be Greek, and his people have to be the Greek.
Okay, he will be a messenger to God, to the Israelites, to whom he was saying. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
In the top of that, look what happened now. Muhammad is no prophet no more. Why? Because the Quran says that Allah, he sent him Rasulan lil Alameen, correct? To the mankind.
He was sent as a mercy to the mankind, yeah.
Yeah, he's a messenger to mankind too. Sirajan Mudiyan, Sirajan Muniran. So, so we send you as a light for mankind. But then when the Quran says in chapter 14, verse number 4, we never send the messenger to any except his own people. Why? So he can deliver the message to them in their language in order to do what? To make it clear. That makes sense. So based on this, Muhammad, if he was sent as a person, he was sent to the Arab and the Arab only.
I follow your logic. Yeah.
This is not my logic. This is the logic of the Quran. I'm just reading your book, my friend. This is not my logic.
Okay.
So Muhammad is a fraud. Because, and the verse is so clear. It says, we never, and he said that when Muhammad was a prophet already, correct? This is not after Muhammad, he died. Muhammad now is the one who delivered this message, saying to him, we never send a messenger. So Muhammad is included.
No, this is a very strong argument, actually. I don't have an answer for this, but let me take this one away with me.
And now, actually, we are not done. This will open more doors for more crazy stuff. Because the Quran says that Allah, he sent Muhammad to Mecca and what is around it. Is that correct?
It is, yeah. I read this. You're right. It does say that.
So, in chapter 6, verse number 92, sorry, it says, we have blessed the book, which is the Quran, revealed to confirm, which was revealed before it. Actually, this is false translation. Revealed what is between his hands. If you know Arabic, it says here, مصدق الذي بين يديه, confirming, believing in what is between his hand. And this is the book of the Christian and the Jews. And now he will see here. So confirming the book which is sent before. Let us change the translator because this is false translation. Always the Muslim, they deny and they try to fabricate the translation, because when you say what is between his hands, that destroys the whole Quran. Confirming not what was before it, what is between his hands. You will see all translation, they took the word between his hands. Anyone can take this, take it to Google, and you can see مصدقا الذي بين يديه. And by the way, this is a very bad Arabic. I never heard of somebody saying مصدق الذي بين يديه. What is that? What kind of Arabic this one? But anyway, let it go. So believing in what is between his hand, and to warn what is around Mecca, the mother of towns. Mecca is a small village at that time anyway. Until now, actually, it's small. You know, the investment and the money, etc. But still, it's nothing. So Muhammad was sent only to Mecca and what is around it. And suddenly Muhammad became a messenger for mankind. And then the Quran says, we never sent a messenger except to the people, speaking the tongue of the people. And now that will talk us to the different person. If you remember, Allah, he sent Moses and Aaron to speak to the Pharaoh.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Is the Pharaoh from the people of Moses?
The Pharaoh wasn't Jewish. But like I was mentioning about the Jesus point, because you know they lived in Egypt, they had to interact with the Egyptians.
Yeah.
So if they were to accept the belief, they would be part of the people of Moses.
My
You
friend,
see
doesn't
what I'm
matter.
saying?
Doesn't matter. The Quran says we never send the messenger except to his people. So Moses will not be a messenger to anyone except his people. So how he is a messenger to his people, and then he go to Pharaoh, invite him to believe in Allah, and ask him his people to believe in Allah too. So that broke what Allah is, because the verse before it says we never sent. Correct? We never sent.
No, like I said, it's a very strong point. I need to take this away with me. I don't have the answer. It's
All
a very
right.
strong point.
Okay, so until now I'm showing you things after thing after things. All of them, they are crazy, and all of them prove that Muhammad is a false prophet. So if you remember when you called me, I said, well, he's a prophet. Can you give me a prophecy? And turned to be everything he said, this guy is wrong.
Right. We spoke about one prophecy, and we spoke about this topic here.
Now, all of them, by the way, are prophecies. All of them, if they lead, because Muhammad was not in the time of Moses, correct?
He was not, no.
Okay, so when I say something nobody knows, this is a prophecy, even if it's in the past. If I say how God created the earth, God, he told me, this is what prophecy is. God told me. Prophecies can be about something happening in the future, or will happen in the future, or something will happen in the past, but nobody knows. Something secretly uncovered. So God informed me, and he told me how he created the earth, as an example, how he created the baby. So by time, people didn't discover how the baby is created. So now you say, oh, Muhammad, he prophesied that the baby is created in a certain way, which is wrong. Like he said that the sperm came in from the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women, which is crazy. So he prophesied how the baby is made, and time come, and if science confirm what Muhammad is saying, that will be a prophecy, but the baby is already made. Muhammad himself was a baby, correct?
Okay, so let's talk about that one right there. You just mentioned.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the verse, please?
No
And
problem. If we go to chapter 86.
Yep.
Chapter 86, verse number. Let us go verse 6 and 7. Here we go. This is the Quran. خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. And as long you mentioned before that you like Ibn Kathir, we can go to Ibn Kathir. You don't mind, right?
Yep, let's go to Ibn Kathir.
All
Just
right.
give it a second, it's loading.
All right. So we go to Ibn Kathir, and let us see.
So he created...
Yeah, give it time because it's going to load now. I'm opening Ibn Kathir.
Proceeding between the backbone and the ribs. Okay.
All right, this is Ibn Kathir. I put it for you on the screen. Let us read together.
Just give it a second. Okay. Okay, all I can see says, then Allah misleads whom he wills, I guess.
And this is another thing. Later we can talk about Allah. He mislead us who he will. But this is God or Satan?
Okay.
Right.
We can discuss this. That's okay.
All right. No, so read for me, my friend.
I think you're still scrolling down, so I think it's late. Okay.
All right.
So let man see what he has created. This is alerting man. Oh, okay,
no, I scroll it down because we want to go about where the sperm is coming. This is the important for us.
Yeah. He is created from water gushing forth, meaning the sexual fluid that comes bursting forth from. I can't see. If you can just zoom out a bit, sorry.
Zoom out?
The man and just a little bit. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Thus, the child is produced from both them by the permission of Allah. Due to this, Allah says, proceeding from the backbone and the ribs, meaning the loins of the man and the bones, ribs of the woman, which is referring to her chest.
And by the way, this is fast translation. In Arabic, it doesn't say all the loins, it's the backbone. Muhammad, he said.
Sorry, I'm just a bit confused there. Sorry, give me a second.
Okay.
Proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs. Backbone, meaning the backbone or loins of the man. Okay, so we're talking about two separate people. And okay, so it's talking about sexual fluid coming from the backbone of the man and the ribs of the woman, which is referring to her chest.
How
Yeah.
in the world this is from God?
Because we know sperm comes from the testicles, right? So
no, according to Muhammad, testicles are decoration, like the one you put them in Christmas tree. You know, they are hanged there for like, you know, like a Christmas light.
yeah. Okay.
It's good to see a Muslim laughing. You know, I like it. So, my friend, is it from God? Is it really? This is God. This is prophecy.
Sorry, what is it? What does it mean? Ribs of the woman? Can we please?
The ribs.
What
you know, if you go and read the interpretation, it says in Arabic, it says موقع القلادة. Actually, even here, Ibn Kathir, he says that. He says Ikrama, referring to her chest. In fact, in Arabic, it says موقع القلادة, the location where the necklace is. You see, like the what they call it, there's little hole.
Yeah, the bone.
Yeah, little hole between the top of your ribs, right away in the top. This is where the location of the necklace. When women, she wear a necklace, tight necklace, that will be in that location. So according to Muhammad, this is where sperm is coming from. So
can you just send me the link? Sorry, just I apologize. Send me this link.
My friend, the problem with this website, it doesn't show link. It shows I can give you the let us say the website, and you can open it from there, because there's no like unique link. You know what I mean? I will post it in the chat. This is I'm using the website. It's called wordofallah.com. Word of Allah.
You're talking about Ibn Kathir anyways, right?
Yeah, this is Ibn Kathir. Yeah, doesn't matter. You can open it any website you want. Yeah.
So let me find it myself. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I posted actually in the chat. You can use the same website, Word of Allah. Search for wordofallah.com, and then go to chapter 86, verse from 1 to 10 in this website is showing you.
Okay, so I'm in Word of Allah. Chapter what? Sorry.
Chapter 86.
Yeah. Okay.
Word of Allah / tafsir.
Yeah, I see it here. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
No, I was just double checking. Okay. Yeah, you're right. It does say that there.
Yeah. How this can be from God? Is it obvious that Muhammad is a fraud? This is prophecy. You see, the baby is made, since Eve, correct? In the past.
Look, I'm not going to I don't lie, okay? So I'm not gonna sit here and say that this is correct. Because it's not.
It's not.
You know what I mean?
I respect that on you.
So I'm not going to sit here and try to make up excuses. It's very clear.
So why, my friend, you're still a Muslim then? I mean, isn't it obvious? I mean, this guy is claiming to be a prophet, claiming that God told him this. This is not hadith. We can go over it. We can run over it. We can say, you know what, maybe somebody put it there. This is the Quran.
Okay, how about the teachings? Don't you think at least they're good? You know what I mean?
Our friend, I can be a person who speak about being good as much as you want. Doesn't make me from God, because I can earn respect of people for being good. I can be a person who have my own agenda. Maybe I want to be a king, and Muhammad became a king. And as long as you are talking about teaching, when you say good teaching, what good teaching mean?
I would say good teachings mean, I'll give you an example actually. Charity. Well, yeah. How
Muhammad he did the charity? He told them, go and attack the Romans so you can get the blonde girls.
Yeah, this is true. I read this, but in the greater context of things, it was in a way to motivate his men.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you motivate your men by telling them you can kidnap blondie women, not by serving God.
No, there are many ways to motivate people. You know what I mean?
No, my friend. If you go, you see the verse, you will see that the person who said to him, "Don't tempt us by women," Muhammad, he claimed that he is a hypocrite. But reality is,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
well, you know, when the guy, he said to Muhammad, "Oh, excuse me, don't tempt me, don't tempt me." He was asking Muhammad, why in the world you are tempting us to go to war? Those people did not invade us, did not attack us, did not kill us. They never come here. Why want to go there? He did not say because we want to spread Islam, because we want to bring them to... No. He said, attack the Roman, get the blondie girls. So the man who said to him, why you are tempting me with this, to go to jihad, for no reason except blondie women, Muhammad accused him to be a kafir, to be a hypocrite, and to be a false person.
And this was before the Battle of Mu'tah, or after? Sorry, just.
This is when Muhammad, he decided to send his messenger to attack, to warn the Roman, convert or else. And when they refuse to convert, you know, actually after, before he sent, according to the Muslim, not me, I'm not the one who make this history.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I mean, this is before Tabuk, right?
Yeah.
This is,
and then he decided to go to Tabuk, and he failed. He failed in Tabuk. He went there. He could not make it. So he was, you know, the victory he promised was a fraud. And by the way, you are the one who mentioned to me that Muhammad, he predicted that we will conquer the Roman, correct?
Yes, but you see, before Tabuk, before he even went there, it was to avenge the Battle of Mu'tah, if I'm correct.
Doesn't matter.
This is where Zayd bin Haritha.
You see, I don't go by all the history of Islam. I believe all of it is shish kebab. But however, Muhammad, the one who was happy for the Roman to be victorious, now he want to kill the Roman because they are kuffar, which is very funny and very crazy. In the same time, he is not asking the Muslim to go and attack to spread Islam. In fact, in chapter 9, the same chapter we are reading, you will see that when the Muslims been forbidden to have any non-believers in Mecca, the Muslims, they fear the property. You know, read with me, chapter 9, verse number 28, the same chapter. Oh, who you believe, you know, verily, let us, you know, this translation is very funny. The AdWords is not there. Let us go and see another idiot. They make it so long for no reason. Okay, here we go. Oh, who you believe, truly the pagan are unclean, najis. This is a very fascist, racist.
No, but sorry, you're jumping topics though.
No, we are not. I will show you why. We are. Listen. Oh, who you believe, truly the pagans are unclean, so let them not, after this year of their approach to this, after this year of theirs, approach the sacred mosque. And if you fear poverty, soon Allah will reach you. And right away he says, attack the Roman, attack the Christians and the Jews, kill them. So how Allah will reach you? So attacking the Roman was a solution for money, not for God.
No. You see, from the Islamic perspective, the reason why the Muslims attacked the Romans was because their client state murdered their emissary, or the missionary sent to convert him to Islam.
Let us go by that and let's see how funny is that. So you send the messenger saying either you convert to Islam or I will kill you, and then you expect them to give you a hug. He is the one who is announcing war. Convert or else. Aslim taslam. This is what he said to him. Aslim taslam. You want to be safe?
No, I don't think this is what he said. I'm not too sure exactly.
Here we go. Let me show you, my friend. Don't, you know, for me, remember, you are talking to Christian Prince. I'm not a kid. Aslam taslam. Here we go. And this is the hadith, and you are the one who said you accept Sahih hadith.
That's correct, yeah. Let the screen load, sorry. Bear with me a second.
And your prophet, he keep mentioning that Aslam taslam to many people. Always he said that. But anyway, let us go.
I mean, if what you're saying is true,
okay,
then it's justified.
Okay, here we go.
But if it's not, then
no, read it, my friend. Here we go. Read it. And you know, this is the funny. The Muslim, they say that he killed him. They killed the messenger, but the messenger is Dahil Kalbi. But according to many Islamic books, Dahil Kalbi, he did not die in that
No,
day.
no, no. The messenger was Harith, right?
Now you will go in front of you. It says Dahil Kalbi, my friend. So Muslim history is a fabrication. So read with me. So Allah he sent to the governor of Al-Basra, in that time Hercules, whatever his name, and he said to him, in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the compassion, Muhammad is the slave of Allah, blah, 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 to Hercules, the ruler of the Byzantine, blah, 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 blah. I call you to Islam. If you become Muslim, you will be safe.
Sorry, it's just loading up. Okay. Messenger of Allah, which they had brought to the governor of Basra, which in turn passed it to Heraclius. Okay, that's the governor. That's right. He read it out, saying, in the name of Allah, the merciful, the compassionate, from Muhammad, the slave of Allah and his messenger, to Heraclius, ruler of the Byzantine. Okay, I guide you to Islam. If you become Muslim, you will be safe, and Allah will double your reward. If you turn away, then you incur wrong action of your subjects, O people of the book. Come to a proposition which is the same for us and you, and bear witness that you are a messenger, that you are Muslims. Sorry.
So become
Okay.
Muslim, you will be safe. Otherwise, I will kill you. This is a threat. This is not a message of peace.
It doesn't say I'll kill you, but it is threatening for sure.
No, my friend. Aslam Taslam. Arabic is my first language. Aslam Taslam. That's what Muslim they say. Become Muslim, you will be safe. Otherwise, we will kill you. That's it. You know.
So this is what you're saying. It says in Arabic, right?
It's in Arabic and English too. You see, Aslam Taslam. This is literally translation for the Arabic. Become a Muslim.
In English,
become a Muslim.
Says, oh, sorry. Continue.
Okay, become a Muslim. Become safe. Safe from what? The guy, he's the king.
And Allah will double your
He's not
reward.
a refugee. You know, like he come into your door saying, "Please help me, give me, give me shelter." This is a king.
He's safe from God. Safe from God.
No, my friend, because the action after that, he went to fight them. What's safe from God? Isn't the Quran says, fight those who don't believe in Allah in the last day, chapter 9, verse 29? We just read it, my friend. Fight those who don't believe in Allah and the last day, and what is forbidden by his messenger. So what is the problem with those people? They don't approve the messenger. What we do with them? We send them a book, says convert to Islam, or we send them a book, says Aslam Taslam, which means convert or die. And the only way to stay alive is to pay us jizya. So if you reject that choice to pay jizya like a slave, be under our command, then we will kill you. Choose one.
Okay.
And as you see, you are the one who mentioned to me that Muhammad, he motivate his men by the blondie girls. If I am a decent person, speaking of God, I will never mention, hey guys, they have a blondie girls there. Let's go and get them. I will say, let us bring the religion of truth to everybody. What the girls have to do with this? And you will see, as long as we are talking about women, how women and sex involve very much in Islam. You are the one who mentioned, well, don't Muhammad have a good teaching? Is this a verse? There's a verse about women, she can offer herself to the prophet. What does this have to do with God?
Let's see this verse, please.
Okay. Remember, I am supposed to be a prophet of God. And you are, you want to believe in me. And then I say to you, if you have a wife or a daughter or anything, she like to give herself to me, so I can, with my respect to your family, I don't mean to insult. If your wife, she like to give herself to me, that's good. Yeah. What does this have to do with God? How that serve God? This is nothing to do with God. Chapter 33, verse number 50. Muhammad suddenly he start counting how many women he can sleep with, and as you see, the whole town, all the verses. Look how long this verse. Your wives, well, you are sending him a verse that he can sleep with his wives. Isn't it too late? And then you will find that all of those things are privileged to Muhammad. And a believing woman, she offer herself to the prophet. to do nikah to her, which means to F her. The translation says to marry her. Where is the word marry? Show me in Arabic. I want to see it. It says she
No,
offered
no,
herself.
nikah doesn't mean that. Nikah means sexual intercourse. This is
Nikah means sexual intercourse. Thank you very much. So, and women, she is offering herself. And let me ask you now, is it true that if your prophet, his eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her?
I think I've studied this. Yes, I think I've heard it. I've come across this. Yes.
So,
yeah.
You mentioned to me, what about his good teaching? Is that a good teaching? That I'm a prophet of God, I go to your house, when I respect your wife, I see your wife, I like her, I say divorce her so I can have her. What does this have to do with God serving? Isn't this is against the teaching of God? If you go and read the Ten Commandments, what God he gave to Moses, it's clearly saying that adultery, fornication, wishing a woman she is not yours, is forbidden. This guy, he claimed that this is a privilege to him. And all his privilege is about sex and money. Here you will see, this is the book of Al-Qurtubi, and I'm showing you the reference in front of you. And I'm going to use Google translation. And I will post short link for it. This is Shia library, by the way. But this book is not a Shia. Qurtubi is a Muslim Sunni, correct? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you. So I'm saying the website I'm using now is a Shia library, but the book is a Sunni. Shia library have all books.
Who is it? Who wrote the book?
Al-Qurtubi.
Okay.
You heard of Al-Qurtubi, right?
Yeah, he's Sunni though.
Volume 14, page number 212. It says here that...
But which book, sorry? Which book of his? I apologize.
Tafsir Al-Qurtubi, Tafsir.
Okay.
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 Volume 14, that's the Arabic version. There's no English, I think. Page number 212. It says here, it counts for you the privilege of Muhammad. He says, and what was lawful for the Prophet as a privilege? 16. The best of the booty. Second, to take the fifth of the booty. And then and increase more than 4 wives. Even Muslim have only 4 wives. Muhammad he have unlimited. There's no limit. And then to F a woman bilafz al-hiba, which mean she say I offer you yourself, he F her. Number 6, to F a woman without her parents approval. All of them is about sex. Number 7, to F a woman without dowry. You do not need to pay for free. Number 8, to F around the Kaaba or during the Hajj. Number 10, and if his eyes fall into a woman, which means he like her, it is a must for a husband to divorce her so he can F her. And this is what happened with his son from adoption, Zayd. Let us use it, a Google translation. Read carefully. This is a prophet of God. You know, this is a prophet of God. Let us go to number 10.
No, you're right. I remember studying this now. Okay.
Okay. So, what kind of a prophet? He have a good teaching, as you said. If his eyes fall into your wife, you have to divorce her so he can sleep with her. Why is he short of women? I mean, the guy, he have tons of wives at home.
You see what I was told? I remember having this discussion when we were studying, and the Imam said, even though this was a privilege, he did not utilize it.
What do you mean? You know, he did practice it.
He never did it. This
no. He took Safiya. There's a verse about it in the Quran, in the chapter of Al-Ahzab. You know, when Zayd he finished with her, and the Quran.
You mean Zainab?
Zainab bint Jahsh, yeah, Zainab, the daughter of the donkey. So
no. You see, with her, the situation was the Prophet came into. You know, there's multiple narrations, but the more authentic, as the scholars say, is the one that he came in to the house. Zayd wasn't there. The Prophet said something.
What he said? Remind me.
I don't remember off top of my mind.
He said,
but
my
there was
heart,
something about
flipped for you. He flirted with the women, correct?
Yes, it
Okay.
was. Yes.
So what do you mean he did not practice that? He went to the house of a married woman. She is married. She is not separated. She is not going through divorce. She is in the house of the husband. He go and he is there. Why? Because he is the father of the husband. You see, you don't enter a house of a man when the man is not there, correct?
This was his son at the time, you know.
Thank you. So because he is the father, he was allowed to enter. So he was given a trust he don't deserve. When I trust you because you're my father to enter my house when my wife is alone, you are there for a reason, because you are my father. What this man he did, he took advantage of being the father, go into the house of the husband when the husband is not there, and now he started flirting with the women. And this is what the Muslims say, flirting. I believe they are already sleeping together. Because, my friend, if a woman, she is really a good woman, and let us say, God forbid, your wife, she is home, and your father come to visit you, and then your father flirt with the woman, your wife. How angry your wife she would be. She would be very angry, don't you agree?
Yeah, she would be.
But she is not angry, she is proud. You know? And then the interpretation says that when Zainab, she told him, فَفَطِنَ, it says, فَفَطِنَ Zayd. So he got it. So right away he went to Muhammad and he told him, you know what, I don't like her, I want to divorce her. So now he knew that they are sleeping together.
No, I don't think they were sleeping together.
My friend, what is the difference between somebody flirt with a woman she is married? Isn't it, this is a sign that he is willing to sleep with her, because already he disobeyed the good ethic of God. What is different? Isn't it your Quran? Isn't it your prophet? He says that adultery is adultery of the eye and the tongue, correct?
Correct, yeah. He did say this.
So he committed adultery. I mean, the guy who speak about, you know, speak about doing good stuff, he is the last one to follow the good stuff. So Muhammad himself, he says, it is Allah verily has fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in, which of necessity must commit, which is very stupid to say, because now he is making it as a like destiny. The adultery of the eye, the lustful of the look, and the adultery of the tongue. So Muhammad, he said it clearly that this is adultery of a tongue, adultery of an eye, because his eye saw the woman, correct? And she was wearing sexy clothes. And now he did adultery with his eye because he wished a woman she is not his. He have a lustful look at the women. And then the result of that, he committed adultery with his tongue. But this is what the Muslims say is, we don't know what happened for real. This is what the news says. And not only that, if you go to Al-Qurtubi, you will see that Zainab, she claimed that after that, Muhammad, he flirted with her. Each time her husband, he tried to sleep with her, Allah, he make his penis swell. Is that correct?
I have never heard of this one, to be honest. Can you show me this?
Okay, let us see. Let me show you. Hold on. Give me a second. You see, the Christian, they say that Muhammad have no miracle. Here we go. He have a miracle. Allah, he made the penis of the husband swell. You know? Let's see.
So who said the Prophet had no miracle?
We Christian, we say he have, because the Quran says that too. The Quran says he have no miracles. But in the Islamic tradition, his book, they say that he have. But let us see. Let us see what the Muslim they say. What Zainab she said.
And for miracles, there is the well, while you search this one up, sorry, I'm not sure if you found it yet. The hadith on Zainab, but yes, the splitting of the moon.
We will go to that and you will die laughing. Just wait.
Okay. And also the feeding of many people.
Yeah. Here we go. This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi, the same book I gave you, the same pages. You can read. It says, أن زيدا تورم ذلك منه. Mention in a hadith coming from Zainab that she said that Zayd, his penis is swell each time he tried to get close to her.
Are you sharing your screen, sorry?
Yeah, it's in the screen.
Okay. Give it a few moments, sorry.
Let me post the link. I will post the link to in the chat. And everybody can use Google Translation, you know. So here it says actually.
Yeah, I can see it now. Okay.
It says here, أمسى زيد فأوى إلى فراشه. So Zayd, he came at night. He went to his bed. And then Zainab, she said, and he could not do it to me, which means he could not F her. وما امتنع منه غير ما منعه الله مني, and nothing make him not to be able except Allah. He forbid him. He could not do it. And then he says, إن زيدا تورم ذلك منه. So Zayd, his penis swell. So imagine now, we have God become a pimp. This woman, she is lawful for the husband, not lawful for Muhammad. She is married to the husband, not to Muhammad. And the husband is the son of Muhammad by adoption. And now Muhammad, because he liked the women, even he forbid adoption. It was a turning point for Muhammad. Suddenly, adoption is forbidden. Just because you want to have the women to sleep with her, because the Arabs start saying, what the heck, this guy is going to sleep with his own son wife? So this is why the Quran says, you are afraid what people will say? And you are telling the husband to keep his wife? Which means the Quran saying, you Muhammad, you are being hypocrite now? You are telling the guy, keep your wife, when Allah, he inform you that he want to give him, when you know, this is yours, take her. Where is the ethic? This is God, or this is a scam? And let me post the link for everybody so anyone can use Google Translation, including you, when you speak Arabic. But you can feel free, you can take it to any sheikh in the mosque and let him read for you.
Okay.
You see, in the Old Testament, we have a story of David. You know, he took a wife of somebody else. He sent him to war, so he will die, and he take. But you will see that the Bible condemn him. God, he punished him. God even said to him, "Don't build the temple for me. Your money, your hand is full of blood." So God condemned him for that. Not only that, God, he punished him. Even the son he have from that woman, he died. Here we see the opposite. Muhammad, he want to take everyone women by blessing of Allah, encouragement of Allah. And you will see that Aisha, she said, Inni ara rabbuka yusari'u ila hawaka ya Muhammad. Allah, I see, Aisha, she said, I see that your God has to your temptation, your sexual desire.
To your convenience, yeah.
So Aisha, she noticed that Muhammad is a fraud.
You see, I wanted to speak to you about two things here. Okay. It's actually three. So first of all, I wanted, because you're an Arab, right? I'm guessing you're born a Christian as well. Right?
No, we don't believe in as a Christian that we are born. We believe that we are born again. Born again mean you can be born of a Christian family, but does not make you Christian. You know, you are going to be Christian if you understand who is a Christ and you accept Christ as your savior. This is called born again. Go ahead.
But what I mean is that I'm guessing that you lived your whole life in.
Yeah, I understand.
You know,
okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you've read the Quran in Arabic, right?
Yeah.
Do you? I've been told, obviously I don't speak Arabic, that it's a lot better in Arabic. In English, I always said, it's not very coherent book. You know what I mean?
My friend, what you
Is
just
it the
said,
same in
what you just
Arabic,
said,
or
what you just said, to prove to me that the Quran is stupid. Let me explain to you.
tell me?
The Quran is in Arabic, and in Arabic is way better, correct?
This is what I was told. Yes.
Okay, but isn't it your prophet? He said that Allah He sent him the Quran in 7 ways or 7 letters. Okay, what is the reason? Muhammad he claimed. What is the reason behind 7 the Quran in 7 ways or 7 dialect?
I don't know why.
Because people cannot comprehend the Quran. So imagine you just said something. I find it very funny. I'm not making fun of you, but I'm making fun of Islam. That the Quran in Arabic is better, but as you see, the Quran in Arabic is worse because Allah He need to rewrite the Quran 7 times in order to make the first Quran, in order to make the first Quran clear.
But you know, as an Arab, when you read it, is it?
My friend, he made it to the Arab. My friend, listen. The 7 Quran are in Arabic too, right? So Allah He needed to write His book 7 times in order to make it clear, and until now it's not clear. So what kind of an author? He made a book, and the Muslim they say that the Quran is amazing. It's amazing to the point we need to rewrite the book 7 times in order to explain the book. And after writing the book 7 times, nobody understands the book.
You see, you're referring to the transmitters, right? Warsh.
I am not. No, I'm not referring to any of this. You know, actually, even Muslim they say those things that are different. But you know, but just to show you, the Muslim they say to us that the 7 ways it's just a dialect, like you know, like you say the, I say za, or you know, but it's not true. As an example.
No, it's not true. You're right.
Yeah. So if you go in the Quran, where the verse says وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا, the sun run into its own course. Chapter 36, verse number 38. Here in Arabic it says, in English, and the sun runs on what it is fixed course. Is that clear? It runs, right?
Yeah, the sun runs on its fixed course.
Let us go to Ibn Kathir. And now you have the page from your side, you can open it.
Yep. Let me just open on my side as well.
To make it easier for you to not to wait.
So what was the verse again?
Chapter 36, verse number 38.
36, 38, thank you.
All right. Here it says, وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا, and the sun runs into a fixed course for a term, right? But in different but in different reading it says وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لَا مُسْتَقَرَّ لَهَا, the opposite meaning totally, and the sun runs with no fixed course of term. So which one of them? One saying the sun run into a fixed course, and one saying the sun run with no fixed course. So this is not different dialect. This is the opposite. We are not talking about different dialect no more.
Meaning that it has no destination. It does not sit in one place, rather it keeps moving night and day, never slowing down. Or stopping. That's the time. Well,
But this is the opposite of the verse, the same verse in different recitation. It is totally the opposite. One says it runs, the other one says to a station or to rest, and the other one says it doesn't run to rest. So how this can be different reading?
are you showing both readings on the screen, sorry, or not?
It's in front of you, my friend. It says here. Here we go. Read it.
I can see the one says, and the sun runs with no fixed course for a term.
No, read the first one. And لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا, here we go. And its fixed course is beneath the throne of Allah. Here it's go down, it says. This is the verse, لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا, on its fixed course for term appointed, between two brackets, means it has appointed time and it will not go beyond that. Then if you go down, it says the opposite. And the sun runs with no fixed course for a term. Here, the sun runs with fixed course of a term. Which one of them?
Okay. Yeah, it's a problem.
This is not a problem. This is a joke. There's no way God, he says this both. And the Muslim, they witnessed that Muhammad, he said both. So Muhammad, he forgot what he said. He just add here la, and that make it no. Here he forget the la. So when the Muhammadan, they say, well, different dialect does not mean different Quran, that's a lie. Because this is totally the opposite.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So my friend, after all of this I showed you, isn't this is enough for you? Be honest with me, to leave Islam?
It's a tough thing to say. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter how tough it is. Isn't it more tough to stay? With my respect to you, it will be more tough on you. You are smart. It's more tough on me to call myself a Muslim when Islam is obviously for a stupid one. Which one is more tough? To say today I decide to become smart? This is madness. This is stupid. This can't be from God. I'm out of here. It is tough to say that, or it's more tough to say I'm going to stay Abdul, following a madman, a stupid man. He says stupid things. Which one is more tough?
Okay. I agree. I agree.
So do you agree to leave Islam, my friend?
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. I praise the Lord that today you call me and you decide to leave Islam and you are free from the garbage of Muhammad. Now, as long as you decide to leave Islam, my duty as a Christian is to invite you to accept the Messiah as your Lord, as your Savior. What do you think about Christ?
I've read the Bible before.
Okay.
In fact, I've studied it for a while, actually. I don't know. I find it difficult to believe,
Why it's difficult to believe? Believe in what exactly? What is difficult?
Okay. Okay. Let's start with the concept of. Okay, Jesus was not prophesied in the Old Testament. You see what I'm saying?
Who said that?
The Jews say that.
No, it's not true.
I read the Old Testament.
Okay.
I don't see Jesus.
Well, you can go right now. You can type in Google. You do not need my help. Type prophecies about Jesus in the Old Testament. You will find at least 360 something prophecy about Jesus in the Old Testament. And some of them, they are extremely powerful. And as long you are saying the Jews did not see that, so how the Jews, they are the one who welcome him in Jerusalem, they shout in his name, and why the believers, the first believers, who they are Jews, believe in him, if there's no prophecy about him?
But they were a minority, right?
Who said that? Who said so? Who said so?
You guys say so. I mean, was he
No,
not crucified? They weren't unable
doesn't
to
matter.
raise the
Doesn't matter. The
prophets.
rabbis, they are the one in
Yeah.
charge. The rabbi is in the one in charge, and they were able to make the crowd in that area follow them. And the Roman, he did what the rabbi want. But you will notice in the same time that the Bible tells us that thousands of people believe in Jesus, and thousands of people, they listen to Jesus and they love what Jesus do. Actually, we have something that's called the Palm Day. When Jesus entered Jerusalem, thousands of people, they were welcoming him, you know, right? It was like a victorious person coming into the city. So obviously there's a lot of people believe in him. And now the majority of the Jews are Christians, actually. You see, after 2,000 years after Jesus, the Jews in this earth is not even 20 million. All nations, they go in war, all nations get killed, you know, everybody. But the only faith is never increased, but only decrease is the Jews. Why? Because Christianity took most of them and they become Christians. And as you know, Paul, he was a Jew, right? All disciples of Jesus, they were Jews. Even the Quran comes from that. So when they say nobody believe in him, that's a lie. Secondly, imagine you are a person who was exist in the time of Jesus and you saw amazing miracles he can do, which nobody can do. Why you will not believe a believer? Why somebody he can resurrect people from death? Nobody will believe that he is someone special. Why somebody?
You tell me this, because you know the Jewish people, as you claim, they saw this, right? So why did they not believe in him?
They did. They
The
did.
rabbis, they did not believe in him.
My friend, who said that the rabbis did not believe? There's many that they believe, but there is big names, let us say, who they want to lose their authority. You know, there's always, you know, one day I was looking for a job, and I apply even for a taxi driver. Imagine, I'm a person who have degrees, but because you know you need to pay for your food, right? And nothing wrong with working. Doesn't matter what the or as long as it is. It's not hurting people, you know, taxi driver is fine. I will work taxi driver. So I applied. The response is, you are overqualified. But I know why he refused me. What you are overqualified? I mean, I'm going to drive a taxi. What a big deal. But the manager there, he said to himself, this guy, he have a degree, but at my degree. Today we will get him inside the company. Tomorrow he will become the manager. So there's always somebody is afraid you will take his place. So when the rabbi, they notice how Jesus be loved by the people, they felt the risk. They are losing their place. People don't listen to them. So they have to get rid of him. As simple as that. So when you say they did not believe in him, that is not really not true. Especially all the disciples are Jews. And the top of that, Jesus, he did miracles between the Jews and even between non-Jews, like the Aramaic people, who they are around. So, belief is a matter of something personal. But the reason you gave me is not a reason. As an example, I will use your reasoning. So how come the Jews or the majority did not believe according to you? Well, how come the Jews today, the majority believe in him? So if the majority is the one who decide if you are right or wrong, well, the majority today are people believe in free sex, smoking, drinking. The majority, correct?
No, you see, the reason I asked this question wasn't because of this. It's because of two reasons. I've heard that Christians often, and I have to be honest, I have to go back and, you know, read the Bible again.
No
because, you know, when I read it from a, you know, Muslim perspective. You know what I mean?
I understand.
But, you know, when you guys talk about the Old Testament, like when I read the Old Testament, the New Testament, I would see the prophet in places he shouldn't have been in. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what
This
you
is
mean.
why. Okay, so Christians often, you know, you guys say that Isaiah 53:5 is referring to Jesus, correct?
Right.
But I was watching a video where a rabbi was explaining that this isn't referring to Jesus, but it's talking about the nature of the Israelites in general.
Well, we got him busted. You can watch the same rabbi. I think you are talking about Tuiva Singer. This guy's an idiot. You know,
Mm.
you know, I made videos about him, many videos, and everybody knows that this guy is a liar. You know, as an example, this guy, they ask him if Muhammad is a prophet or not because he's a hypocrite. How come you Jews? I made a video, just it's still in my channel actually. I did not delete it. You can watch it. How come the Muslim they say that Jesus is the Christ? Remember, as you said, this guy, he don't believe that Jesus is the Christ, correct?
Yep, they
Okay,
don't.
so they ask him, how come Muhammad he think that he is the Christ? He did not answer. He did not dare. And he starts saying, the Muslim, the believe in different Messiah. He's the prophet for them. And it doesn't matter. It's not a question. The question is he a Messiah or not? And then he claimed that the Muslims do not believe that the Messiah is from David. But this is absolutely false. And we show the difference. So this guy is not a legitimate person even to listen to. Honesty is honesty. You see, when you talk to me, I don't take a side. I'm an American person by having an American passport. I serve in the USA Army. If you ask me about Trump, I voted for him. I say he's dumb. If you ask me about Biden, I say he's stupid. I don't take a side. I say as it is. If somebody in my chat, he's an admin, he says something wrong, I am all over the place over him. So I don't take a side except the truth. So when those people, they say something, it's not even convincing to their own people. In case you do not know, you know, we believe that Israel, and maybe in 15, 20 years from now, they will have a huge number, you know, big number, which is going to change the format of Israel from this nation of the Jews to be the nation of the Christians. The Jews are coming to Christ in a huge number. And those
What
Jews,
do you mean now or back in the
now
days?
and before, now is even more. You know, if you go right now and see how many Christian schools open all over Jerusalem, how many, you will not believe it. And who is the teacher? He is an ex-Jew. Who is the minister? He is an ex-Jew. Who is the doctor? Who is the professor? Ex-Jew. So they are afraid from Christianity, but they are not afraid of Islam because Islam is not convincing to the Jews. Islam obviously hate the Jews. Christians, they are the only one who say we love the Jews. We don't hate them. So Christianity is very attractive to the Jews. Islam is not. So the Jews, like this rabbi, they made Christianity #1 enemy to them, but they fail miserably to convince anyone. And you can watch their videos and watch my video, and you will see that this guy, he come with stupid things, which is not true. As an example, when the Old Testament says that the virgin will give birth, this guy, he says the translation of the Christian is false. It says a young woman will give birth, but this is stupid, because if the sign is, it's a sign. If the sign is a young woman give birth, well, all young women, they give birth. there's millions of them every day. So
Well, where is this prophecy? Where's the reference?
I made a video about it. You can go watch it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, I'll check it out.
yeah. So when he say that the Messiah or the Christian, they say that a young woman, she will give birth, when in fact it says a virgin, because it's a miracle, you know. Not every woman can do. If women they can do that, that's mean all women can do that. This is not a sign. This is not a miracle. So he lie and they lie when they say it is not a virgin. If it's a young woman, that is actually even against the Bible. Why? Because how God, he claimed that I'm going to give you a sign, which is a miracle, and the sign is a young woman, she will give birth.
No,
and
that wouldn't make sense. I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he lied about it because that will not be a miracle and that will not be a sign. My mother, she gave birth, she was young. She must be Mary then, you know, and I must be the Messiah then. So this is stupid. So you know, when those people, they try to refute, they are bankrupt. The same as the Muslim, they try to refute us. I don't see really any different. You know, if you want to go, you try always to find how much legitimate is what they are saying. You know, just think about it. Don't listen to the Christian, don't listen to the Muslim, don't take a side, don't listen to the Jews. Just think carefully and you investigate, you go search. You know, the Hebrew is there, the dictionary is there, You open dictionary, you read it. And then if the word mean what they say, that's mean they are right. And the Christians are lying. If not, then the Christians is right.
No, that's fair. Okay,
You see, my friend, everything I was with you, I showed you reference one by one.
Yeah.
Right? So when a Jewish rabbi, he says, like in Isaiah 7, that this is not about Mary, she is being a virgin, we laugh because that will destroy even the verse meaning. For God, he will not make you promise that a young woman will give birth. For that will goes to 1 million of women. And then how we will know who is the Messiah? It have to be an amazing miracle. Something never happened before. Or there's only one Messiah. There's no two Messiah. There's no three Messiah. There's no four Messiah. So if it's not about a virgin, it's about a young woman, then there's no prophecy. And there's nothing said there. For all young women, any woman, she is young, you know, and the word young is very flexible, you know what I mean?
No, I mean, I agree with the explanation. It would make sense. But okay, I need to, I can't make a decision on this now, as you can imagine.
No, my friend, that's okay. Well, for me, I do my best to invite you. Feel free to communicate with me if you like to go read the Bible, and you know, you can call me anytime you wish. I'm so happy for you now that you decide to leave Islam and you are free from Muhammad and his madness.
Can you just clarify one thing, sorry, for me?
Right.
Okay, you know, in Islam they have the 5 pillars, right?
They have what?
So Muslims have the 5 pillars, right? Shahada, Salah, Zakat, Sum, Hajj.
Yeah.
And you know, they pray 5 times a day. Do you guys as Christians have an equivalent for these things?
You know, first of all, you cannot limit believing in God in 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a false teaching, and I will tell you why. Because the Bible, you know, like when they asked Jesus about God, about you know, he said to them, to wish to others what you wish to yourself. That is the book. That is the book. That's the law. So it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It is if you are really being as God he wanted you to be or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4 does not make any difference for me. If I follow all those steps like the Jewish rabbis, who they are so conservative, they don't touch a food if touched by a human being other than the Jews. They don't touch a food if it's touched by a woman, she has menstruation. They are very, very, very strict in many things, but all of them, they are silly. And Jesus, he described them. He says, well, you know what? If the cup inside is so dirty, you swallow it, you drink it, no problem. But if little thing outside of the cup, you complain about it. So we don't want to be like the Muslims who follow point 1, point 2, point 3. We follow the holy God. And the Bible says, be holy like your Father. So when you are working in that direction, you are following all the point, not point 2, not point 1, not point 3. He is holy. You are ordered to be holy, which means you are not perfect, you commit sin, but you fight hard in a direction to be holy like your Father. And this is what Jesus is about. Whoever believe in me and I will live. Believe in me mean anything Jesus said, anything Jesus did, anything Jesus he wanted us to be, not point 1, not point 3. This is why Jesus, he said the opposite. He said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So you can say Shahada as much as you want. You can repeat things as much as you want. And actually, Jesus, he said to us clearly, don't pray like those hypocrites who repeat words, and they like to pray in the corners. So we do not need to pray in the corner. Go to your closet and pray in the closet, so nobody will see you except your Father in heaven. So Jesus, he forbid us from being hypocrite. Jesus, he forbid us from being following Shahada. He ordered us to walk his step, not to say words.
But did Jesus say what you just said at the end? You know, about don't pray like, you know, showing off. Did he say this? Because this is a very good teaching.
Yeah, like don't, you know, don't pray in the corner. Don't play, you know, like. Let me pull the verse for you.
Please, because this is what they do. You know what I mean?
Like, you know, a Muslim once asked me, why you don't see you, you know, like, you know, why you never said I'm going to go to pray, you know? And if you go right now, you know, you see all my videos, I never said I'm going to go to pray. Like, but do Christians really pray or not? You know, does that mean Christians, they don't pray? We pray, but we are forbidden from bragging about it, because simply those who do that, they are the hypocrite. They want to show the people that they are praying to God. I'm going to play for you Matthew chapter 6, so you can learn from Jesus. Who is Jesus? Not from me. I mean, who can teach?
Sorry, it takes a long time. So what is it, Matthew?
No, Matthew chapter 6. Matthew chapter 6, you know. And I don't know if the sound will come to you now if I play it. Let me know if the sound is coming to you.
Matthew 6.
Do you hear the sound or not?
Take heed that ye do not your alms before men to...
Okay, do this, my friend. Mute Skype. Mute Skype, just for, you know, and watch the chat. And when people, they say to you, unmute. Actually, when the sound of the Bible stop, unmute, and you will be talking to me. So mute Skype and unmute YouTube so you can hear it. And we will play Matthew chapter 6.
Be seen of them, otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray, standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions, as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Be not ye therefore like unto them. For your Father knoweth what things ye have need of, before ye ask him. After this manner therefore pray ye. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, for ever. Amen.
Amen.
For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
We'll stop here. You will notice right away that this is the opposite of the teaching of Muhammad. 100%. They love to pray in the corners. They love to show themselves. They even put a rag on the top of a car. They go and they pray in the middle of the square. I remember when I was a kid, I visited a Muslim child in my age. When I go to his house in the cold winter, his father, he opened all the windows, so the neighbors will see through the balcony that he is praying. And I say to the kid, why your father opened the windows? You know, it's so cold. And then I learned from this kid a lot of tricks the Muslims they do. In the month of Ramadan, when we go to his house, we eat cookies. You know, we are kids. We eat cookies. We drink tea, you know, yeah. And then now we want to leave. And then he says, stop, stop, stop. And he grabs some salt and he put it on his lips. So why you do that? He could not answer, because if he talk, the salt will fall down from his lips. And then I ask him, what do you do? He says, because now people will see that we have, you know, we were eating and our lips is not dry. So put salt, so nobody will know, your lips will be dry, and people will think you are fasting. I said, how you know that? He said, my dad, he do it, my mom, she do it, the whole family do it, you know. Once his father was sitting in the couch, he was hitting his head with a rock, little rock. This is really crazy. Why he's hitting his head with little rock, little tiny rock? And that caused a dark spot in his head.
So it looks like he prays a lot.
So I asked him why he's doing that. Well, I'm just a kid learning, you know.
Yeah.
So he said, so people will think that he is, you know, this is to leave a mark in his head. So that, you know, like supposed to he pray a lot.
Yeah. Okay, brother, listen, I really appreciate the time. And thank you for showing me what you showed me. I think it's very clear now. In fact, to be honest, I was told not to call you specifically because apparently you are one of the Dajjals, you know. So it was a pleasure to speak to you anyways.
So they said to you, I'm one of the liars, right?
Yep. One of the fitna for the Ummah.
And does it turn to be this way? Did I lie to you about anything, or everything I said I showed reference and proof?
You did, and yeah, they were the liars, you know. So
yeah,
it's very unfortunate. But thank you very much for your time.
Well, my friend, I'm happy to have you here, and I hope you can. If you know a sheikh, if you know anyone, he would like to call me, so you can watch and see what will happen. You know, feel free.
No worries. Thank you very much. Have a nice
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, let us pray for this gentleman, you know, that he will accept the salvation of Christ, and he will turn to the truth, and the truth will set him free. He is now free from Islam, but still he needs salvation. And for me, I do my best. People, they have a choice. People, they can accept. People, they can reject. This is their business. But as you see, everything we say, we show the proof. We make the Muslims read it. We don't make speeches. Everything we mention is from their books. I think I will stop for today. my throat. Hold on. You know, I was drinking coffee too much, and that's what happened to me when I drink too much coffee. I love coffee, but sometimes it's not good. So I'm going to stop here today before I lose my voice, and I'm very happy for our friend. I did not really ask him his name, but anyway, whatever his name is, we are happy for him that he left Islam, and let us see how many Muslims will leave Islam today after watching this video. What do you think? How many? All right. So thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. And I hope today we have a very good time sharing the truth, giving education. And remember, we are not here, you know, we don't hate Muslims, and we will never hate them. As you see, if you hate them, you will never win souls, and you will not save them. We save Muslims because we love to save them. We believe they deserve to be in the kingdom of the Lord. We believe that the Muslims don't deserve to go to hell. And those who you want to save them is not the one you hate them. The one you hate them is the last one to think about saving them. So Muslims, they might think that Christian Prince, he hate them. Well, this is what they lie to you. The Quran says that the Christian, they hate the Muslims, the Jews hate the Muslims. But in reality, is the opposite. For God, he loved the world. He sent his only begotten son. God, he loved the world. Everybody. White, black, Asian, whatever your ethnic, whatever your language, whoever you are a child of God. And we are the only one who believe that God, our Father, is our Father. And here you see how our Lord, how humble he is, that he is God who created this massive universe. Yet, he's willing to give us a name we don't deserve. You are a child of God. You pray to God, you say, my Father, our Father. How beautiful it is. While the Muslim is a slave of Allah, Christian, every Christian of us, women or man, is a child of God. You are black African, you are Asian, you are white, it doesn't matter. The Bible says there's no Greek, there's no Hebrew, there's no free, there's no slave, for all is one by Jesus. I mean to that. So we pray that more Muslims will come to Christ and more Muslims will see the truth, and the truth will set them free. With this, I say thank you, and don't forget, please, to support those in Ukraine. We told you about the church there, and we gave you the link before. Maybe I should post it here again. To support them, to help them, they need your help. Do good as your good Lord, for he is good and only God is good. And those who follow him, they do good to follow him. Thank you. Support people of Ukraine. Support those people who they are poor, become homeless, lost their houses. For time will come and you yourself, you need support. Don't be selfish. Think of others. Think of Muslims. Think of Christians. Think of Hindus. Think of everybody need help. For God, he used you to be a hand who give help to those who need it. God, he manifests himself through you. Help them. And remember, I'm not asking you now to make a donation to me. I'm asking you to make a donation to the Ukrainian. And the link we posted in the previous video, you can watch it. There's a church in Ukraine. They are helping the poor, and they are collecting donation for those who care to help. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you. Until we see you again, Christ is Lord. Islam is false, and we prove it every day.